for this middleweight matchup. The co-main event of the evening is brought to you by Synergy, the ultra premium energy drink from Science. The French-Canadian Loiseau, 26 years old, 1 year younger than Mike Quick Swick. Mike Quick Swick has a 3-inch reach advantage, and Loiseau, utilizing the elbows, wants to get inside even more so. Will Swick catch him as Loiseau tries to close the distance? Only time will tell. The official introductions of this, our co-main event of the evening, come once again from Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is sponsored by Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor, the official beer of the UFC. Mickey's Got Stung, and Amp Mobile, more mobile than you're used to. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, the fighter standing in the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist who holds a professional record of 9 wins with 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 184 pounds. Fighting out of San Jose, California, Mike Quick Swick! And now introducing his opponent standing in the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist who holds a professional record of 14 wins with 5 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 185 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, David the Crow Loiseau. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this contest is Steve Mazzagatti.
All right, gentlemen, you know the rules. We all expect a good, clean, fair fight. I want you to obey my commands, protect yourself at all times, and most of all, come out ready to fight. Hook 'em up, gentlemen. Good luck.
You know, you try to read a man's facial expressions. It doesn't appear that there's any doubt in the eyes of Mike Swick, or I think more importantly, David the Crow Loiseau. Middleweight matchup, top contender matchup.
You ready? Bring it on!
Will the Crow rise again, or will Swick make quick work of his French-Canadian opponent?
Don't blick while Mike Swick's fighting.
You got that right. Explodes upon his opponents.
Good body kick by Swick.
I'll tell you what, kick-wise too, watch out for Loiseau. Remember the spinning back kick on Charles McCarthy.
Loiseau's got some excellent kicks. He's a black belt in Taekwondo, one of the few who actually uses those Taekwondo techniques in the octagon.
Loiseau looks very flat-footed to me. He's planted in the center of the octagon. Not much motion here. Almost to the point of looking a little gun-shy.
Well, and that's what we kind of alluded to. Joe and I talked about it right at the top of the show, Randy. You and I talked about it a moment ago. I mean, once you've been punished like that, it doesn't matter when you step back in. As confident a man as he is, it's got to be that little bit in the back of your mind going, wow, I was not only conquered, I was dominated.
And he got hurt in that fight.
Yeah,
he definitely got hurt in that fight, and I think that pain always sticks in the back of your mind. Interesting, I think, his approach to go and seek out Dean Lister when the beating he took from Rich Franklin had nothing to do with his ground game. Why not go and improve his striking? That's where he got picked apart, was on his feet. Obviously, he's facing a guy here who's got very, very good hands. But, you know, maybe he was looking for the opportunity to take the fight to the ground, to take it out of that realm of striking, and that's what he's looking for. At least Lister for.
Don't hold the fence, David! Don't hold that fence again. Don't hold that fence.
Mike Goldberg, the natural. Randy Couture, the UFC Hall of Famer. Joe Rogan, glad to be with you here tonight at the sold-out Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim. Loiseau and Swick. Still ahead, our main event of the evening, Matt Hughes and BJ Penn. There's those punches and bunches.
David Loiseau looks very, very tense.
Punches in bunches. Swick with an uppercut. And it seems to me, Randy, that Swick's starting to feel much more comfortable. He senses the doubt, perhaps, in the mind of David Loiseau.
Little bloody nose with Mike Swick, and I didn't see what he got hit with, but he's got a little blood trickling out of his nose.
First time an Ultimate Fighter quits with a bloody nose. It'd be the last time,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. But absolutely, I think Mike Swick senses that David is a little tentative and not getting off. He seems a little gun-shy right now.
Good body kick.
Connected.
Back kick by Mike Swick and another kick to the body.
It appears to me, Joe, that Loiseau is simply waiting for the counter, and perhaps a counter with an elbow to open up the forehead of Mike Swick, but he is not the aggressor here in round one.
I think he's a little gun-shy, and I think he's just waiting to get loose. I mean, it might take a round for him to get loose and get over the fact that he's fighting again. Here he goes. Now he's opening up.
That looks more like the man who earned himself a title shot against Rich Franklin. And with that reach advantage that we talked about, I think it might take a little while for Loiseau to size up Swick with that 3-inch reach advantage.
Well, Swick's very intelligent in the way he strikes, too. He likes to feint. He likes to move in and out. He gives angles.
He sticks and moves. He stays outside and explodes with a whole bunch of punches in his combinations, where David's looking for more of the one shot or two shots. He's not the kind of guy you want to get careless in front of, though. Swick has to be careful not to get over-aggressive.
And David is very dangerous even when he's hurt. We saw that with Rich Franklin. He was being completely dominated, and he still uncorked a left hook that had Rich Franklin really hurt.
Dropped him in the third round of that fight. And amazingly, Loiseau returned to start training 10 days after that fight. It's been about 6 months, and of course Franklin getting healthy for his title defense. Next time we gather on the pay-per-view side after Tito and Ken fight again on Spike, there's those punches and bunches again. Great combinations followed by a kick.
Very nice combination by Mike Swick.
Did someone say
third nice
and a takedown?
Very nice. By Swick.
Swick passing the guard. He's inside control. Excuse me, he's in half guard here.
You know what, I was just starting to say, Joe, did somebody tell these guys they're allowed to take the other man down, and then boom, there was the takedown.
Not the back of the head,
See what Swick has on top now, and watch for elbows from the bottom from Loiseau.
Sneaking that leg out, bang, he's out. Side control, he's got his back.
Don't forget
the
Swick
here. Loiseau's in trouble
Very
here.
nice. Oh, good job by Loiseau.
Now that is not where he was truly tested on the submissions, but remember, sometimes you go to learn submissions not to submit an opponent, but not to be submitted.
Swick has done his homework. If you watch the Tanner fight, Loiseau gave up his back repeatedly and used that as a way to reverse his opponent and end up on top.
And again, in Charles McCarthy fight.
He saw it coming and he stood up rather than end up on the bottom.
Swick seems like the more explosive fighter here in round one. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. In the middleweight division, Swick believes he's not that far off from getting a shot at Rich Franklin.
Very
or
impressive
Anderson
round.
Silva.
Very impressive round for Mike Swick, and it doesn't look good for David Loiseau.
He's loosening up a little bit, I think, but still very stiff.
Massage, I think.
That's the massage. Good.
Randy, you speak French?
Good. You're doing good. You're doing
Je
good.
parle peu français. Very little.
You gotta open up a little bit now, okay? You gotta open up on the second round.
Oh, there we go.
Counter when he starts to get off, okay? You're doing good.
Keep those hands in, Mike.
Right.
Elbows in.
Hey, Swick. Mix some water. Mix a little water. Hey, mix a little. Keep half guard, okay?
Eddie Bravo, your thoughts on round one?
I was a little surprised that Mike Swick took his time to get off early in that round, but midway through that round, he exploded. He had 4 flurries, great combinations. He had 2 turning side kicks, a couple body kicks, had that takedown, passed Loiseau's guard, took his back. Now, although Loiseau did a good job at escaping the back, that round was all Mike Swick, 10-9.
You ready? You ready?
Eddie, thank you very much. Second round, will it be more of the same? Loiseau sooner or later is going to come out more aggressively. This is
There
sooner.
he goes.
Swick wants to push the pace.
Swick threw him off.
Here we go. Now the crowd's getting into it.
Swick showing more and more confidence as this fight goes on.
He is amped up.
Did you mentally, did you see that Mike Swick could develop into a true contender when you coached him? Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. He was one of my top picks for the season 1 show. And I felt like he was at the wrong weight class then, but he had the heart even to hang in there with the 205-pounders, like Bonner and Griffin. He is a very, very talented young man.
Competed in various forms of martial arts since he was 8 years old. He's fought from Russia to Thailand, tonight here in Orange County. Swick and Loiseau.
Flying knee.
Nothing there. Loiseau recognized it. just jabbing and jabbing and jabbing, waiting to unload the right if Loiseau drops that left hand, but Loiseau kept the hands in front of the face. Trying to take a page out of Melvin Dillard's book as Swick looks for the body shot.
Check the kick. Nice kick by Loiseau. It's checked by Swick.
Swick, again, I think if there's any cautiousness in the pace that Swick usually utilizes, Joe, it's because he has said over and over again, he doesn't want this fight to end on a cut. And those razor-sharp Muay Thai elbows of Loiseau can end a fight instantaneously.
Yeah, we saw it with Evan Tanner. He's got some really nasty elbows. He just landed a very nice leg kick on Mike Swick, and Mike Swick's leg is reddening up. And another one, same
again.
spot. David Loiseau seems to be finding his place here.
Starting to find his rhythm, starting to loosen up a little bit, let some shots go. The kicks are kind of leading the way.
Is it almost mentally, Randy, like we talked about before, that when you start to find your way, as Joe put it, when you start to land the kicks, you kind of say to yourself, all right, I can do this again?
Yeah, absolutely. The more shots he lands, the more he gets into the groove, the more confidence is going to come up, and he'll find a way to get into this fight.
Halfway through our 3 5-minute rounds, under 2.5 minutes remains here in round number 2. The Hall of Famer, the former heavyweight and light heavyweight champion of the UFC, Randy Couture, Joe Rogan, Mike Goldberg. Good leg kick by Mike Swick.
And pretty much checked by Loiseau. Loiseau moving forward a little more than we've seen in the first round. Swick trying to take a page out of Loiseau's book with the spinning back kick.
Yeah, it looks like he's been
doing that was a nice knee.
Looks like he's trained for that a lot.
Working inside the clinch. 1:45 remains in the second.
We'll watch for the elbow over the top by Loiseau here on this right underhook of Mike Swick's.
Absolutely. This is where he opens people up, and Swick knows.
Takedown attempt by Swick. Nice takedown.
Nicely done.
He's in Loiseau's half guard.
This is the first time inside the octagon that we have seen Mike Swick work past the first round.
He'll look for Swick to put his right instep on David Loiseau's left thigh and try to squeeze his left leg out of there. He's got a big welt on his left thigh. You can see it from here, from those kicks of David Loiseau.
See if Loiseau gives up his back again here and uses that as a tactic. He's so good at that.
Would you like to see Swick at a bit higher tempo right now, Randy?
He needs to score here. He needs to really put an exclamation point on this position. Posture up, land some big shots. Little cut on David Loiseau on his left eye. It's not bleeding a lot, but it is above the eye, so potentially could cause him vision problems.
And don't also think that it's not possible for Loiseau to open up Swick from the bottom position. That's why you see Loiseau not really standing up within the guard, Joe, really burying his head on Loiseau.
Yeah, we've seen that before. I mean, that's how Joe Riggs beat Chris Lytle. He stopped him from the bottom with an elbow. It is very possible to cut someone badly, and if anybody's going to do it, it's David Loiseau.
Little short elbow by Swick there. Trying to trap that bottom hand to clear his hand so he can strike. There it is, right there.
If nothing else, the control at the end of this second round may give that round in Eddie Bravo's estimation as well. We'll find out in a moment. Once again to Mike Swick.
I think so. We saw a little looser David Loiseau. He threw some nice kicks. He landed a couple of nice leg kicks. Mike Swick shut him down with the takedown and controlled him on the top.
Don't forget, coming up next, it is our main event of the evening for the welterweight title. A true grudge match between a future UFC Hall of Famer and that man, Matt Hughes. You are looking live in the locker room right now of Matt Hughes. He has won 6 straight UFC bouts since losing to the prodigy, BJ Penn, the Hawaiian, who cried when he knew he was going to get another chance to defeat Matt Hughes. It's one thing to beat him once. It would be an amazing feat for BJ Penn or anyone in the world to beat Matt Hughes for a second time. Main event still ahead here tonight from the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim. Eddie, your thoughts on the second round?
Well, that was a very, very slow round. Now, both fighters didn't do much. Loiseau landed 3 leg kicks, and Mike Swick had a flurry in the beginning of the round and ended the round with a takedown, and he tried to advance his position. Not much happened, but based on that takedown and the way the end of the round looked, I'm going to give that round again to Mike Swick, 10-9.
Eddie, thank you very much. So far in Eddie's mind, and I think all three of us agree, Swick is in control. Loiseau's got to try to explode, and he knows that.
A little more active footwork by Loiseau here. Comes right out for the front kick and then tries a high kick, but both missed. And Loiseau chasing Swick now a little more. He's the most active we've seen him.
And I think there's a certain difference in Swick right now, and it's the respect that he has for Loiseau, that he's not as carelessly, if you will, and I don't mean carelessly in a disrespectful way, but carelessly just going for the knockout. He probably felt more confident trying to just take his previous opponents down and finish him.
Very nice takedown. He saw the right hand coming, ducked underneath it. David Loiseau's on his back now. Let's see if Mike Swick decides to advance his position here and get out of David Loiseau's half guard.
Solid night of fights here tonight in Anaheim. It all began with a just tremendous upset. Joe Lauzon over Jens Pulver.
There he goes.
There's GSP, George St. Pierre. Will the crow fall again? So far he has fallen to Mike Swick.
Let's go, Mike.
He cannot afford to spend this round on his back and let Mike Swick control his fight from here. Mike doing a good job to stay just active enough, not taking a lot of risk. Using that half guard, sitting on that bottom leg. David trying to scramble now.
Swick's got a guillotine attempt.
Nope, he lets it go.
Great job done by Swick, and there's the back again, Randy, as you pointed out before.
He is absolutely comfortable giving up against his back, which for most people is the absolute worst place you want your opponent.
Swick's got a hook.
He'll use this to reverse him.
Nice job by Loiseau.
Yeah, Swick knows. He shakes his finger at him saying, no, 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 I'm not letting you reverse me like that. I seen the tape.
The only title that matters to him is the UFC middleweight title, and he's not stopping until he gets it.
Nice
His only
elbow.
mixed martial arts loss was in a non-Ultimate Fighter fight, a non-UFC fight to Chris Lieben, the Crippler, another candidate for a potential title shot, a little bit further.
Oh, that was the elbow over
There's
the
the
top,
elbow.
and two more.
And he caught him.
Swick is slowing down just a little bit here. I saw him look at the clock. I think he thinks he has this fight won, but he better not
Good
let the
elbow
pressure off
again.
David Loiseau.
Another elbow and a kick.
Look at
Those elbows, man. Good body punches by David Loiseau.
Swick better not try to coast this out with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Loiseau is way too dangerous for that.
Loiseau knows he's got to do something.
Loiseau with the takedown, the nice double underhook, body lock. Let's see what Swick does from the bottom.
Look at that welt on Swick's left leg.
That's gonna feel good tomorrow. Swick needs to watch the elbows here. This is not the place you want to hang out with David Loiseau. He will bring big elbows down.
Oh, there it goes. He's got to make sure he's got to hold his position. He's got to posture up and grab a hold of him. He can't let David Loiseau drop these bows on him like
He's
that.
got to use his feet, create some space, and create a scramble here, or he's going to end up with a nasty cut.
The Crow trying to
There it
win
is.
this fight in the third round. 90 seconds remains. It is Crow time.
He's back
Scramble
up.
by Swick. Swick needs to unleash here and be offensive, not defensive.
Perhaps he has gassed a little bit. You said his pace, Randy, has slowed. Mike Swick's here in round 3.
Another elbow.
And I didn't see it as a function of running out of gas, but he looked like he wanted to coast this fight out. He won 2 rounds in his mind, looking at the clock. He doesn't look fatigued.
He might have been hurt by those elbows. He took a good knee to start it off. A knee against the fence, and then those elbows.
Can Loiseau overcome what seemed to be rounds 1 and rounds 2 won by Mike Swick, though?
Break him up now. Let's see what Swick has.
It's going to be hard. He's going to have to stop him. I mean,
45
Swick
seconds
does look a
remain.
little fatigued now. Now he's trying to get some energy back. He needs to be offensive here.
Mike Swick's got to do something if he wants to pull out this round.
30 seconds left. Look for the elbows again and get into this clinch range.
Tried to swing for the fences. Swick.
Nice knee.
David Loiseau seems to be the stronger fighter right now, though. Swick
But
looks
will
like
it
he's
be
fading
enough?
a little.
But will it be enough?
It's not going to be enough to get a decision, but who knows? If he can land something.
There's a takedown that may have saved Swick here right at the end of this round.
That takedown coming off the attempted a very interesting flying knee. Fake with the right, go with the left. We will render the judge's decision. Will Mike Swick remain unbeaten in the Ultimate Fighting Championship? Did he do enough in round 1 and round 2 to earn a decision over David Loiseau? Eddie Bravo, your final thoughts on the fight?
Well, David Loiseau definitely won that last round, but I gave the first 2 rounds to Mike Swick, you know, so unless the judges gave round 2 to David Loiseau, I got Mike Swick 29-28. It's going to be interesting to see how the other judges scored the second round.
Mike Swick hopes that the judges agree with you. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Mike Quick Swick!
Nice job, Eddie. You were all over it, and I think, Randy, you agreed.
Yeah, absolutely. I see it exactly the same way. I think all the judges saw it the same.